Hey guys, what's going on? SG Leo here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing the ultimate early game guide for new players in Lost Ark. Let's get it. Alright guys, so Lost Ark has been quite the MMORPG. It's quickly become one of my more favorite games. I've been grinding the ever-loving crap out of it for the last couple of weeks now, and I've had a blast. I've had an absolute blast, but I see a lot of new players coming in and being pretty overwhelmed, which is pretty fair. I see a lot of RPGs that do this, where you just finish the prologue, you hit the first town, and then they just shower you with information and things that you think, oh my god, I have to find cards, I have to do this, I have to get that. Take a deep breath, check out this video, and I promise it'll clear things up. So the first thing I'm going to go over is actually just player level and roster level. So your combat level, I should say, is your character that you're playing. So this is my fighter. I'm a martial artist, I should say. He is currently level 22, right? That is his level, okay? Your roster level, if you press O on your keyboard as default, actually gives you buffs for every character in your roster. And your roster is the 6 characters that you are allowed to have per server, right? So on this server, I only have my martial artist right now. But yeah, if I were to make more characters, they would all start out with these said buffs already, right? So your roster level isn't something you need to be freaking out about, like, oh no, why isn't it as high as my combat level? Is there things I need to be doing? It's going to accumulate over time by, you know, finishing your adventurous tome, which we'll get into here in a little bit, or by completing little side quests here and there. So again, they're a little different. You don't really need to be stressing about your roster level. Just worry about your combat level and upgrading your skills. All right, moving on to skills. The main thing I see people having issues with skills is everyone wants to do the meta thing. Everyone always wants to do what is the best there is. And in reality, in this game, every class is viable. There really isn't any classes that are going to set you back or make you feel super weak. Find what you enjoy and play that. The only recommendation I have for skills, honestly, is at the beginning you're set, like you're locked in with a certain amount of skills. As you level up and you unlock the rest of all these skills here, whatever skill you use the least, or the one you like the least in your current lineup, swap it out with the new one. Test it out, test the water, see if you like it, and if you do, keep it in there. All right, find what you deem enjoyable, because that'll make the game more enjoyable and it'll make you want to play the game more. If you're just playing the meta and you don't like it, you're not going to want to play the game. I compare this to a lot like League of Legends. I play a lot of League in my off time when I'm not recording or streaming. And when I'm playing League, sometimes the meta or the good champions in the game aren't the ones that I enjoy playing, right? But that doesn't mean that I can't still be impactful in the game, right? I want to have fun when I'm playing my games. I'm not going to go pro. I'm not going to make billions and billions of dollars if I win every game of League for the next 10 years, okay? I'm still probably going to be stuck in gold somehow, and that's just how that works, all right? Play what's fun. Play what's going to make you want to continue playing the game instead of worrying about what's meta. And again, my only tip really is just try everything out, mix and match, find what is best for you. And one last little tip here, this one's pretty quick. When you're upgrading your skills, you have unlimited amount of resets, right? You can level up and de-level every skill as many times as you want. You can mix and match as much as you want. There's no fee, there's no cooldown, nothing. All right, so don't be scared to mix and match. Don't feel like, oh, I'm gonna have to spend all my silver. No, it's free. Do it as much as you want. Enjoy the game. And as the last little tidbit here, say you did put in a new skill. Say I wanted to use my triple fist instead of my sky shattering blow. If you hold shift and click, it'll remove all of the skill points. And if you shift click on the plus, it'll put all of them, or as many as possible, into a different skill that you use. So that's just a little quick tip. But yeah, let's move on to the next tip. Okay, guys, so my next little tips here is going to be on the card deck. So card decks are basically ways to get slight buffs or slight advantages by comboing at least 2 cards per set in your deck, right? And now you can have up to 10 decks. You have to buy all of them after deck 2, so with actual money, so be wary of that. But they all give you different types of buffs. You'll see here, if I'm using the Desert of Sky deck, I get reduction in earth damage, and it just goes up and up. And eventually when you have like Awakening and stuff like that, which is more of a mid-game thing, we'll get into that in the next guide, will give you even more buffs. And now you need 2 cards to get at least one of the buffs, right, to get the minimum buff. And so you can have basically 3 different buffs going on at all times. And again, this game does kind of strive on you understanding where you're going, what you're going to be doing. So say you're going to be going into an area that you personally know has a lot of fire damage, right? So you maybe want to change your deck to have a ton of fire damage reduction, right? And just like your skills, guys, the card deck can be changed as much as you want. Swap it in and out. It's not going to charge you anything, okay? Don't worry about that. You're not going to have a ton of cards right away, so don't stress. Just use what you can, use what you get early, and then as the game progresses, you'll be able to get those better buffs. Okay, guys, so the next thing on our list here is the Adventurer's Tome. So the Adventurer's Tome is basically like your completion percentage, right? So every continent that you're able to go to will have an Adventurer's Tome. As you can see here, you'll have to kill one of each of the mobs, like tougher versions of that mob, basically, or the boss of that mob. And you can see I have almost all of them in this area except for the brook. And then there's little collectibles that you gather simply by killing enemies. That's all you have to do. They'll drop them as you kill them. You can get them from quests in the area. But once you run out of quests, you're not going to get a lot of them through quests. You're going to have to go around and kill them. Cooking is you're going to have to either buy them, learn to cook them, things like that. Vistas are points of interest that just kind of scan the area. They're just kind of landmarks in the area. Nothing crazy. These are all the dungeons in the continent. This is the story, like the main quest in that continent. And these will be the bosses in that area that just spawn on a timer, right? These are hidden stories that you can find throughout the area to complete. These are different stories that you can also find in the area. This is your report, which is, we'll get into that here after this. And these are all the triports in the continent. So what does maxing out your Adventurer's Tome do? Well, it gives you these slight buffs here, so you can get some Phoenix Blooms, stuff like that. And at the very end, you actually get an Ignia token, right? Now, what do those do? So if you go to the little icon on the map here, you'll see that there's a token on the map. You can come in here, talk to the lady, and these are the rewards you'll be getting for completing your Adventurer's Tome. So after 1, you'll get a mount. After 2, you get this skillet. 3, you get an aurora around you. 4, you gain 50 vitality, 70% chance to remove a debuff skill. This gives you a legendary card, Armin. This gives you a key that allows you, that unlocks the Biofrost slot. This gives you 6 extra skill points. This gives you 50 strength, dexterity, intelligence. So it does reward you fairly well for completing these, but these are things, a lot of these tokens you need to kind of finish out the game to be able to get all of the items. So it's not something you need to be stressing about early on. It's kind of one of those things that you should be playing through the game, getting your character where you feel comfortable with him, and then if you want to go back, unlock all the hidden areas, find all the hidden dungeons, things like that, that would be the time to come back and start doing that. But that's kind of like the completionist's ultimate journal is basically what that is for. It's not mandatory. It's not gonna, drastically change your gameplay. If you complete all of them, you're just gonna get some cool stuff. So yeah. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is rapport. Rapport, as you saw in the Adventurer's Tome, is down here. It goes towards your completion of that continent. And basically what it is your relationship with characters in that continent. So Nira is one of them here. So as you can see, she has a little bar over here, a rapport XP bar, and there are several levels. So there's neutral, admissible, friendly, and trusted. And trusted is the rank you need to get to unlock her as part of your adventurous tome, right? So in every level, it costs more and more XP to get it up. Now, the quickest way to do it would be to spend a buttload of money and give them a ton of gifts, right? That'll boost them up extremely fast. You can play an instrument every day if you wish. You could give them a quick emote or like a wave, whatever, every day. And you can also do quests for them, which give you XP towards that character. Now, rapport, again, is one of those things that you don't need to grind out right away. I recommend doing the first rapport quest that they all give you, because they'll give you 2 gold coins, which turns into 1,000 silver pieces. So I would recommend doing at least the first one just to get that gold coin, or those 2 gold coins. But other than that, again, this is kind of stuff you're gonna have to come back to, because you do need to have a certain level of kindness on your character in order to do some of these quests. As you see here, I need 50 kindness to continue, and I'm only at 7, so it does take some time. A lot of these completionist like ideals in the game take a long time to do. They take a lot of coming back, a lot of looking over things, and coming back every day and completing other things. So it does take time. Don't stress over all this stuff. Just play the game. All right, guys, one last tip before we end this video here, and that is, and I see this a lot, is what is the quickest way to get to endgame? I see this a lot on Twitch in the comments. I see this a lot on YouTube in the comments. There's videos on it, all sorts of stuff like that. And through all the research I've done, through all the videos I've watched, the quickest way to get to the end game is basically you want to do all the side quests, not rapport, but side quests, and the main quest line up until you're about level 25 to say 27. And then you can just focus on the main quest, right? That tends to be the quickest way to get to end game. Now, again, I'm not telling you that's how you should play the game. If you want to spend 400 hours completing everything before you finish the game, do it. Do what's fun for you. Don't let other people in this game tell you what's right, what's wrong. Figure things out. Watch little guys like mine and just have fun playing the game. That's really what this game is all about. Just having fun, making your own character or multiple characters that you can just run in, kick the crap out of some mobs, and then just relax, have a good day. This game isn't supposed to be stressful. It's not supposed to be this ridiculously competitive game. Just sit back, enjoy it, and I promise you guys will thank me for giving you that information. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and please subscribe. If it really did help you out, it would mean an absolute ton to me. There will be 2 more parts to these guys. There'll be a mid-game guide and an end-game guide coming out. So stick around for those. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.